Just want to ask you, how's the consistency of the kicking game? I know it's spring, but Jay Patel and Jacob, what are you seeing from them?
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, we're excited, obviously, to have those guys back another year, and it's been good. 8 practices in, they've been consistent. They're getting back into the swing of things, doing what we need them to do. So, I mean, they're older guys now. They've been in the program for a while. Jacob, 2 years, going in his 3rd year. Jay, going into his 4th year. I mean, he's been in the program a long time. They know what to do. They know how to get themselves ready. So we're excited where they're at.
Yeah, this program has been fair catching a majority kicks punts since Greg's been back. Just what's the philosophy behind that, and is that something that you expect to continue this season? Yeah,
I think Coach has talked a lot about that over the last couple of years, and again, the philosophy behind that is exactly what Coach has said. It's the risk reward. We'll take a look at it like we do every year, and we'll see where we're at going into the season and what our philosophy is going to be. But I think what Coach has said about that the last couple of years is exactly right. The risk-reward nature of that is very important. We get the opportunity to get our offense explosive as they've been the last couple of years. The ball on the 25-yard line to start every drive. I mean, we're going to take that. So, but we'll see where we're at as we get into it, and we'll evaluate everything as we go, and then if that's the decision we're going to do, that's the decision we're going to do. But Coach is going to make that decision, and I think the risk-reward aspect of that is huge for what we're trying to get done as a team.
How have you seen Coach Sanders' role grow on the unit over time now?
Coach has been awesome. In the past 2 years, he's been really a core guy. He's been on punt, he's been on pump block, he's been on kickoff, he's been on everything. So as he gets older and he gets more mature, and he understands, he really understands now what we expect. We're only, excited to see what he can do more as he goes through it. But he's a guy who's played a lot of special team snaps for us the last 2 years, and we're excited to see him continue to improve and get better and be more of an impact as we move forward.
What's the challenge like with a lot of new faces? Young guys getting into special teams now. What's the challenge for you to?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun, right? Because one of the unique things about special teams is you get to coach everybody on the team, right? You're not stuck in your position or your side of the ball. So that's been fun meeting with these guys every day. One-on-one, getting to know the new players. And I'm excited because we have a lot of really good players in the program right now. We just got to get them caught up to what we do and what our culture is and what we do on special teams here. But I'm excited about them. I think we've got a lot of really good young players that are going to help us this year moving forward. We just got to keep getting them reps and getting them more experience, and the more experience they get in practice, the better they're going to be when we get to the fall. So
this is a program that really prides itself on special teams. What does Greg preach to you behind the scenes to really be that good at special teams?
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with the head coach. He's incredibly involved, right, with every asset or every aspect of what we do on special teams, and you don't get that everywhere. I've been doing this a long time now. I'm 20 years, and everywhere you go, you don't get the head coaches that are as detailed as he is in the kicking game, and I think that's a big piece of it. I think it shows a lot to the players when the head coach is sitting in the front of the row of the meetings when we're in a special teams meeting, and he's getting up there and he's demonstrating and he's showing them the techniques we want done, and he has a voice in it, and I think that's really important. I think that's been a big part of what we've done here, even the first time we were here, but more so now with how important it is to him. The players see it, right, and that's a huge asset for me as special teams coordinator, being able to say, hey, look, it's important to us. We got to get this done. It's important to the head coach. This is what we need to do, and I think the players see that. So I think that's a big piece of it.
Good amount of injuries down the stretch of last season, kind of pressed some of the younger guys into action, held out some of the core special teamers as veterans. How have you seen that experience that they got last year translate into this year as young guys?
It's only going to help them, right? I mean, the game reps are critically important, and we try to prepare them every day in practice and the way we practice and how we take our reps. But, getting those game reps are critically important for those guys. So, again, we played a lot of guys last year, too. A lot of guys got reps, so we're excited to see where those guys, as we finish up spring here, we get another couple weeks in, get more reps, and then as we work into the summer program and camp where they progress. But like I said before, I think we've got a lot of talent on this roster. We're going to have a lot of options for people to get out there. We just got to keep getting reps, getting the young guys better, and getting some of those younger players opportunities to show us what they can do.
So with Jay Patel, I guess where he is in his career, I guess what has been the focus this offseason as he continues to kind of try and develop and take that next step?
Right. Well, I think Jay has obviously had a really good career to this point, right? And he started hot. He had some struggles last year that he worked through at the end of the year. But I think the best thing about Jay is that he understands who he is as a kicker, and he understands what his approach needs to be every single time. And I think as a young kicker, maybe those things can get lost at times, right? But now that he's got the maturity, he's got the experience, right? He's really coming into his own. He really feels good this spring about who he is, right? How he needs to go approach every single kick, and that's what we're starting to see from him. And we're excited. Obviously, we're excited to have him back, right? He's a leader of the unit. He's been doing it for a long time. We're just excited to see what he can do here, right, going into his last year.
Dino Kalikmanis enters his third year in the program as one of those core special teamers. I can see that smile on your face. What has he brought to this unit on and off the field as a leader?
Man, just a passion. Passion for special teams. I mean, he's a special guy, man. He really is. We love having him. We're excited to get him back for another year. And you guys see him with what he brings to our kickoff team, with his speed and his aggression, and his energy, and just his day-to-day detail. He wants to be great. He'll be in the weight room every day. just working on his gunner release steps, working on his pump block technique. He is a huge part of what we do, and we're really excited to have him. And I'm so glad when he got that extra year that I got another year to get a chance to coach him, because he's a great human being, and he's gonna be a big player for us this year on special teams.
Time for two more. How do you guys go about choosing which guys are in the coverage units? Because obviously you want to play your best athletes. A lot of those best athletes are playing, on defense or offense or whatever. The risk reward of guys potentially getting injured versus having your best athletes on the field, younger guys. Just how do you go about choosing who?
Right. Well, I think that goes back to the Coach Yano question, the coach being involved with it. He's very involved with that stuff, and we're going to find the right people that help us. We're always going to put the best people on the field, right? I think that's something that we've done here as a program since Coach has been here. The best player is going to play, so we try to teach him the techniques, right, the best we can, get him to understand the scheme, what we're trying to execute, and then we're going to play the best player. So whoever that may be. I mean, some units are different than others, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it goes to the special teams philosophy of this program, right? And that we are going to be a difference maker on special teams, right? And to do that, sometimes you got to play some of the starters if they're the best player at that position. So, Coach does a great job of balancing that and making those decisions, and I think we'll continue to do that.
Final question?
Given that Coach Schiano had a track record at Miami working with special teams and so on, how impactful was that when you were first here as a student assistant in 2005? And then did that time impact why you wanted to come back?
It was huge. I mean, for me, as a young coach in 2005 was my first year here. I really, I was a quarterback before I got into the special teams world, right? So coming here, Coach putting me on special teams in 2005 really changed my life, right? Changed the direction I wanted to go. That's in those 3 years I was here is when I realized I wanted to be a special teams coach. That's what I wanted to be. Right? I enjoy coaching all the players. I enjoy this part of the game because I know how big of a difference it can make. And really, Coach was the driver in that. Like, I cut my teeth here at Rutgers. I'm from New Jersey. I cut my teeth here at Rutgers. Right? It's important to me, right, that the special teams here, right, plays at an elite level, and it's important to me that we model what Coach wants. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm driving what Coach Schiano wants, right, every single day. And I think when we do that, we're going to be really special. I'm excited about the team we have, and I'm excited for the opportunity to be back here working for Coach. It's a place I've always wanted to be. I'm a Jersey guy. This is where I want to be. And working for Coach is who I want to work for. So I'm excited about the opportunity.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.